you very much. You can please be seated. From sometime in 2014, when the GET consultant came into full life, we had the first conference, which was during the height of the Ebola outbreak in 2015, with the theme, the Dakar Declaration and Resolution. We had moved on to have the second conference, which was held a year later on in Lagos, where the Dakar Declaration was obviously revised, and then it gave birth to the Lagos Declaration on Science Communication. The third conference, which was held in Accra, Ghana, had the theme Pandemic Preparedness, Biosecurity and Infrastructure in the wake of the Ebola outbreak. And then we grew to the city of Freetown in Sierra Leone, where we held the fourth conference with the theme Managing the Spectrum of Data Generated during Disease Outbreaks and Biosecurity Threats. The fifth conference, as a matter of fact, was held here in Nigeria, in Abuja, with the theme Climate Change and Conflict, Implications for Emerging Infectious Diseases and Biosecurity in Africa. The sixth conference in Lagos had the theme Strengthening Africa's Resilience in Tackling Emerging Biosecurity Threats, Lessons Learned, COVID-19 Pandemic. The seventh edition was quite a wonderful one, as Lagos started playing host, as a matter of fact, in partnership with the Lagos State Ministry of Health. We had the theme of universal approach to addressing biosecurity threats, genomic intelligence and vaccine. And last year, when I had the singular privilege to be part of this event, although I wish that I was there from the first day, by this time I would have been a genomic expert, or perhaps, who knows, a man who should have had further qualification in biosecurity issues and subject matter. But this 8th edition was themed Strengthening Health Security and Mitigating Biological Threats in Africa. And today we are looking at no other focus than the maximization of all of the benefits we've gained over the years. And so we want to say a big thank you to GET Consortium and of course Lagos State government through the Ministry of Health. Please can we put our hands together for them? So at this point in time, we are looking at how we are going to address a lot of this. One of the things I'm looking forward to, please, ladies and gentlemen, kindly speak. If you have to speak, kindly go outside to do that. And please kindly maintain ultimate silence, please. Please, 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 please. Out of respect for the Honorable Commissioner here and your fellow delegates, please. Thank you very much. All right, so without further ado, I would like to quickly establish the protocol for this conference. First, I will say a big thank you and welcome to the conference chairman, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, the conference deputy chairman, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Amzat, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, as well as the chief host, Professor Akin Abayomi, the Honorable Commissioner of Health, Lagos State, Dr. Olusegun Ogoye, Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Ministry of Health, the chief organizer, Dr. Dotun Boye, the Chief Operating Officer of GET Consortium, conference speakers present in person and those online, our distinguished delegates in the House, and gentlemen of the press, we say a big thank you. I hereby establish the protocol with that. I also want to say a big thank you to our sponsors who have made this happen. Of course, Lagos State Ministry of Health. Thank you so very much. Please, can you put your hands together for them? Good heritage holders, please put your hands together for them. Concentric by Jim Cole, please put your hands together for them. Penneck, also put your hands together for them. The more you clap, the more successful you will become too. That always works. Abayomi Farm Estate Affair, please put your hands together for them. 4 Point Estate Investment, please put your hands together for them. Peter and Jane Limited, put your hands together for them. IIRSM Nigeria, please put your hands together for them. It's important we put that and establish it because it's not easy to be sponsors in this very tough economy. For them to have been able to see the strategic opportunity and put down the funds that helps us to actually hold this edition is something we must certainly recognize them for. So we say a big thank you all of our sponsors. We will recognize you far more as the program progresses. One more time, put your hands together for the sponsors. But And I want to quickly ask, please, can we move forward? Please, can we move forward? Right after this main row, this second row, the third row should be filled up. So everybody, please come up. The lady in green should be the row, that should be the end. Can we have every one of you move forward, please? Can we have every one of you move forward? Because of the image for camera, we're filming this, live streaming it. We want to make sure that it's well. Please kindly move forward, move forward, move forward. If you don't, I'm not going to continue. Please, gentlemen, and they just told you move forward, and you are still sitting down there. Oh, press. So their press doesn't mean move forward. Move forward. Thank you very much. And of course, I want to recognize the members of the press here because I'm also a part of that ecosystem. STV, Access 24, NTA, any other media that's present here, please let me know. I will have to give you your due recognition. And ladies and gentlemen, so much has been said. This is 10:25. Other announcements I'm going to make as the program progresses. Today we are going to be having all of the speakers who will join us in person, and some are going to be joining us virtually. And I'm glad to welcome Dr. Ayo Dotun Bobadoye, the Chief Operating Officer of GET Consortium, as he comes forth to give his welcome address. Please can we put our hands together for him?
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, for that very kind introduction. It is with great joy I welcome everyone again to the ninth edition of the African Conference on One Health and Biosecurity. This is a conference we've held in different cities in Sub-Saharan Africa in the last 9 years. We started with in Dakar, Senegal. We held it in Sierra Leone, Freetown, Sierra Leone, in Accra, Ghana, in Abuja, Nigeria, and we're very thankful for Lagos State for hosting this conference in the last 4 years. Over the years, this conference is going to become one of the biggest biosecurity-based conferences in Africa, bringing together experts from different fields and from different countries to discuss emerging issues in the area of biosecurity. You agree with me that biosecurity challenges are becoming major issues in our world today. We've seen an increase in frequency and intensity of emerging infectious diseases that we've never seen in recorded human history. From HIV to COVID to Lassa fever to dengue fever to Ebola and to COVID that we're just coming out from. And the predictions are not that good. Scientists have predicted that there's a 40% chance or probability of us having another pandemic of the size of COVID within the next 25 years. And there's a 25% chance that we're going to have another one within the next 10 years. I'm not saying this to make people afraid, but the predictions are real. So it's not a matter of if next, it's a matter of when next. And that is why the motto should be prepared. And part of the preparations we can make is to gather people like this, organize platforms and conferences like this to bring experts together to see how we can work together to enhance our preparedness to face emerging biosecurity threats and major health issues. I want to say thank you again to Lagos State for hosting this conference in the last 4 years. So our supporters have been supporting us in the last 9 years. Say thank you very much. It's not been easy hosting this conference in different cities in Africa. And next year we're going to be celebrating our anniversary. We're going to be organizing the 10th edition next year. You agree with me that hosting something constantly in Africa for 10 years without stopping is a milestone. We like celebrating small victories in GET. So we'll start planning for next year. And I tell you, it's going to be one of the biggest biosecurity-based conference ever anywhere in the world. We look forward to your support, to the continued support of Lagos State and other organizations. Thank you very much, Lagos State. To those that came in from outside Lagos, please enjoy the City of Excellence, Lagos State. Enjoy the conference. Thank you very much.
you very much, Dr. Dr. We are already enjoying Lagos. The beautiful thing is that we are ready for anyone that wants to come, whether it's 10 years, 15 years, or 25 years from now. But 25 years from now, some people will be giving account to God. So, but for those who will still be here, we'll just obviously be wishing them good luck. But this is part of the fact that we must leave a legacy for the generation coming after us. You know, some of us perhaps in 25 years time will be in our 70s. By that time, we'll be putting together our report sheets. You know, but who knows? It might happen 25 years, or it might even happen far before 25 years. And this is why it's important for collaborations of this nature to actually happen. And Lagos State has been in the forefront of all of this. And we're glad because we understand the importance of how that partnership, especially anchored here in city or center of excellence, can help drive a lot of the agenda with regards to biosecurity, as well as One Health concept. Last year we had the introduction of students coming in. As a matter of fact, if you remember, there was this book that we talked about, and some of us had this launch last year, Understanding One Health for Students. So this is one of the ways I'm very sure that the organizers are actually getting themselves prepared by, inspiring the next generation. And there are no better inspirators than people who are in the place of leadership, who obviously have done so much in terms of ensuring that our health sector is moving in the right direction. It gives me great delight, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome Professor Akin Abayomi, the Honorable Commissioner, Health for Lagos State. Please put your hands together for him as he comes to give his opening remarks.
Good morning, everybody. Let me first adjust the protocol a little bit and speak to my good friend, Professor Maiwa Olabi, Professor of Neurology and Dean of the Faculty of Clinical Sciences at the Premier University of Nigeria, University College Hospital in Ibadan, who also acts as our lead conference speaker for this ninth Biosecurity Conference. Thank you very much for taking the time to join us and to share some of your expertise. Thank you very much to Dr. Mbobadwe, Chief Operating Officer of the Global Emerging Pathogens Treatment Consortium, GET Africa, who, along with his team, a very hard-working team of young statisticians and strategists and scientists, work steadfastly through the year to organize these annual conferences in addition to a series of activities that keep the light, understanding the safety of our biosphere on the top burner. And if you came in through the entrance, you would have seen at the reception desk a lot of material that the GET Consortium produced, because the GET Consortium is not just an NGO. The GET Consortium is a think tank. And a think tank is an organization that thinks on behalf of its constituencies to ensure that we are constantly aware of what's going on around us, and that we don't just stop at awareness, but we produce policy direction that results in intervention. So thank you very much to the COO and to the team of the GET Africa Consortium. Thank you. A round of applause for them. And of course, to the executive of Lagos State Government, led by the Incident Commander, His Excellency Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who has never failed to honor this meeting, either in person or with resources, because he understands the significance of knowing what is happening in your biosphere. We in Lagos know how vulnerable we are to any kind of biological shock and any form of contagion. because of the demographic nature of Lagos State, the high density profile, the rapid movement of people and animals, we are extremely vulnerable to biological shocks, as was demonstrated during Ebola and also with COVID. But it is the resilience of Lagos State government that we're able to create this biological shield that somewhat protects Lagosians from economic collapse caused by pathogens of high consequence. So I'd like to thank all the experts in this room here today that have been instrumental in not only setting up this ninth conference, but also to make sure that the legacy of these conferences does not dwindle and that we are constantly kept on our feet and on our toes in anticipation and in preparation. To all our stakeholders and all our sponsors, I thank you. To the captains of industry that are here, distinguished invited guests, speakers, and members of the fourth realm and gentlemen of the press, I appreciate your presence here this morning. So the reason for this conference, or these conferences, is first and foremost to ensure that Lagosians, Nigerians, and West Africans understand what's happening at the cutting edge of science, either as a result of the advances in biotechnology or the capacity to respond to biological shocks. It is important that we create that awareness. And the only way to do that is to have these kinds of activities where we bring experts in either physically or virtually, and we have the opportunity to learn what people are doing across the globe, in West Africa, in Africa, and in Nigeria, across the disciplines that make up the specialty of biosafety and biosecurity. And this year we've chosen a very interesting thematic subject. It may seem like a strange subject to all of us. What does synthetic biology mean? We all know what biology is, but what is synthetic biology? And it may seem far-fetched because it is cutting edge. But as usual, it behoves us to be aware of what's happening at the cutting edge, even though we may not be practicing some of those cutting edge technologies in Lagos or Nigeria. But the way the world is operating now, whether you're practicing or not, whether you are involved in synthetic biology or not, you are consumers of the products of synthetic biology. Many of you do not know that your diet on a daily basis is comprised of products of synthetic biology. Many of you do not know that many of the products that you use on a day-to-day basis are as a result of synthetic biology. It moves in such a stealthy way, and you may not be aware of the benefits or, in fact, the detrimental effects of synthetic biology. As government, it is our responsibility to ensure that we are public protectors. And I'll speak more about this tomorrow at the opening ceremony, when we will have distinguished members of the executive presidents and other policy makers. Our job as government is to protect the public. One of our jobs, at least. And the first thing in line of protection is awareness. So while we may not have scientists that are at the cutting edge of synthetic biology,